What's up, my hunting brothers and sisters? Today, I'm excited to introduce you to the new 150 grain single bevel broadhead from Magnus Broadheads. So stay tuned. So if you've followed along with my channel or the Magnus Broadheads channels over the years, you know that I've had a long-standing working relationship with Magnus. I first met Mike Somm back in 2009, and he and I shortly thereafter formed a working relationship together. I'm a mechanical engineer, and so over the years I've helped Mike when it comes to engineering, R&D, tech support on various products in the Magnus lineup. So I was very excited in early 2023 when Mike suggested that we develop a single bevel broadhead. So here it is, after a year's worth of work, the 150 grain right hand single bevel broadhead from Magnus. Now, this broadhead right now has the smooth traditional cutting edge. We have been developing and we are near completion with a serrated version. So we are launching this head right here for the 2024 ATA show next week in St. Louis, Missouri. In about a month or so, we'll have available the serrated buzz cut version of this head. We've got prototypes out there, but they differ from what the final production is, and I don't want to show you a head that's not production. So let's talk about the new broadhead and some of the specifics on it. Again, it is right-handed bevel. If you know anything about single bevel broadheads, is they actually twist when they cut. So you want a right-handed broadhead with a right-handed helical or offset fletching on your arrow. Now, right this time we don't have a left-handed version and we don't have other weights beyond 150 grain. If there's such a demand and feedback, well, maybe Mike will consider doing that in the future. So right now, 150 grain and right hand only. The blade of the head is made from 420 stainless steel, just like all of our other heads, including the Stinger lineup, the Black Hornet lineup, and the Killer Bee lineup. The blade itself is 59 thousandths thick, so you're getting a durable and very beefy blade in this setup. The broadhead is 1 inch wide cut from edge to edge, and it features the Tonto tip similar to our other heads that allows this tip to be incredibly durable upon impact. Now the ferrules on these heads are all made out of 7075 T6 aluminum. It's the same aluminum we use on all of our other heads that we manufacture. The blades are held in place into the ferrule using 2 opposing screws. The screws are very similar to our other screws in all of our other broadheads. They basically take a #1 Phillips screwdriver, so no special tools are required. And like all of our Magnus broadheads are made in the USA. Now I know somebody out there is going to make a comment, no, you import them from China. No, we don't. I've been to the Magnus facility multiple times. I've seen the entire production process multiple times, the assembly and everything. Magnus for 40 years has been made in the USA and will continue to do so. And like all other Magnus broadheads, these heads come with a lifetime warranty. You damage these heads in any way, shape, or form, all you gotta do is take a picture of the head, email it off to customer service at magnusbroadheads.com. Mike sends you a free replacement, no postage or anything. You keep the old damaged head to do with what you want. Also, just like the Magnus Stinger and Black Hornet and Killer Bee lineups, every head is dialed in from the tip of the broadhead to the true center line of the ferrule within 3 thousandths of an inch, giving you field point accuracy if your bow is tuned and you're on a properly spined and tuned arrow. So what did I do to test out this head? Well, this head right here, I put through 3 deer. The first deer I took this out on was a younger doe in early September in a special season that I have access to. I took about a 22, 23 yard shot. She was broadside. It was a back of double lung shot. She ran about 40 to maybe 50 yards. I watched her pile up. When I blood trailed her, after about 20 yards or so, the blood looked really good and led me right to her. So if I had not seen her drop, been an easy recovery. I took this head and took a stone and just touched up the edges and threw it right back in my quiver. Then I went out and I shot a very mature doe with this head. Now on that doe, it was about a 25-yard shot. I actually pulled the shot. That was on me. It was a pure liver shot, and it was an evening hunt, and so I let her lay until the next morning to go recover her. When I found her the next day, she'd only gone 60 to 70 yards for a quick recovery. I took this head back, I touched it up a second time with a stone, put it back in my quiver. And then on October 20th, I shot this buck right here, a 4.5-year-old buck. I took about a 14-yard shot. He was quartering hard to me at about a 45-degree angle. I really had been wanting to put one of these heads right through the shoulder. So I buried the pin right on his shoulder. The arrow blew completely through him, severed all the major arteries off coming out of the heart. The deer ran about 100 to 110 yards. The first 30 yards of the blood trail was kind of light, but from 30 yards to recovery, the spots basically went from like this, and then they started to grow and grow and grow. And as I got within the last 20 yards of him, I was having blood spatter of football-sized to basketball-sized spots. Very easy recovery. And this head is exactly as I recovered it from him. In fact, you can see the fatty tissue on it, the dried blood on it, and everything. So then I decided to do some further testing on the broadhead design, and I took this head new out of the package right here and decided to run it through an industrial grade steel drum lid. And I'm going to show you those results right now. All right, so here we are. We're outside with the new Magnus single bevel 150 grain head, and we've got a steel drum lid set up here, and I'm only about 10 yards off, but this drum lid actually has got 4 holes in it. Did a video a couple years ago shooting the Magnus stingers through it and the black hornets through it, and they held up great, so you can check out those videos. But we're going to put this head right here through a steel drum lid. So this is a buddy of mine owns an industrial chemical company, and so this is just your typical industrial steel drum. So here we go. Put it right through it. I got a broadhead target on the back side. This is a 60-pound bow, 29-inch draw, about 525, 550 total weight. There you go. All right, so there is the impact. I had this right up against the target. You can probably see there's the broadhead sticking into the target. There's the broadhead sticking through the target. I'm not gonna be able to pull it out. I'm gonna have to probably unscrew it and pull it out from the other side. You can see there is almost 0 damage. I'm gonna pull this off and we'll show you up close what it looks like. And here is the head. I was able to work it out, unscrewed the arrow, but work it out. And you can see scuffed up the ferrule a little bit, but it's all straight. A little bit of rolling here on this edge. Not sure how well you can see it, but not bad. I mean, actually you could just sharpen this thing right back up and throw it in a quiver, you know. So again, that's after going through a drum. So let's abuse it a little bit more. After the steel drum lid, without touching up anything on this broadhead, I took it out and decided I was going to shoot it into a concrete block. So that testing is right now. All right, so the exact same head that we just put through the steel drum lid. Can't believe I'm going to waste a perfectly good concrete block, but it seems like that is a popular test that everybody wants to see. I know that there's one very popular YouTuber who does a lot of broadhead reviews, puts them through concrete blocks. So in case you're going concrete block hunting, here we go. Again, this is a 60-pound bow, roughly 550 grain total weight arrow, 29-inch draw. Just nothing fancy with my arrow. Victory arrow with a brass insert. So may destroy the arrow, the block, but pretty darn sure the broadhead's going to survive. Again, about 10-yard shot. Here we go. Boom. There you go. There's that arrow, just as I shot it, embedded into the concrete block. Ooh. There you go. All right, guys, so there is that Magnus 150 grain single bevel head, the one I sent through the steel drum lid and buried into concrete, so much so I had to chisel it out of the concrete. And that thing, you could clean these edges up and resharpen this thing and go hunting with it, which is amazing. And you know, the cool part is if you did damage it, Magnus has a lifetime, no questions asked warranty. So there you go. That's pretty darn impressive. Heck of a new product we got here going on from Magnus Broadheads. So I was pretty impressed how this head right here held up to the steel drum lid and the concrete block. So that's the new single bevel head from Magnus Broadheads for 2024. So I mentioned earlier that Mike Somm is the owner of Magnus Broadheads, and he started Magnus Broadheads in 1984. So 2024 is the 40th anniversary of Magnus Broadheads. So Mike still goes to Magnus Broadheads every day to work alongside of his employees to make sure that things are run efficiently and orders get fulfilled in a timely manner. He's there every day working alongside the machinists, the people who are assembling the broadheads, doing all the packaging to make sure that orders are fulfilled and packages go out. Magnus Broadheads is a company that you can rely on and put your faith in when it comes to your bow hunting needs. So there it is, the new Magnus single bevel broadhead. Check them out at magnusbroadheads.com. If you ever have any questions, you can reach out to Mike Somm or myself, and we will help you answer questions about products, tech support, or whatever. So with that, I thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on my channel. It means the world to me. So as always, I hope you stayed safe and your seasons went well. God bless. Thank you so much. And it's a new day in the outdoors.